Welcome to the Reluctant Sisters podcast. This is episode 11. I'm Adrienne.
I'm Amy.
And this is a bi-weekly podcast, bi-weekly-ish podcast about knitting, spinning, and sometimes other crafty things. There's usually another person here, Sarah, our third sister, but it was like really wonky scheduling issue,
Crazy.
Whatever.
Back from vacation.
Which we're going to talk about at the end of the podcast about what we've been doing. So she's not here today, so she'll be back next time, though. Don't fret. It's been a while since we've podcasted, and then we actually podcasted 2 days ago, and...
Yeah. What happened?
I suck. I'm a sucky editor. So I went to go foolishly cut and paste the video from my phone onto my computer, and it was corrupted, and I lost it, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.
What you should have done.
I just copied and pasted, and I get that now, so we're going to try again. So here we are again,
So if we seem a little weird while we're talking about things, it's because we've already talked about
them 2 days ago for an hour.
And we still want to seem excited.
For an hour. And then it was like great because it was like Friday morning at my house. So, and then the kids were there. Amy's kids were there. So it was kind of funny. We got some really funny things from them. And then I lost it. And now it's Sunday evening and we're both drinking.
The benefits of evening podcasting.
So this is going to be a little bit fun for all of you. Okay. So where you can find us. So we have, a podcast group, the Reluctant Sisters podcast on Ravelry. Is my hair like bumping out like weird?
No, I think you need to swoop it over more. There you go.
Okay. We have a podcast group, the Reluctant Sisters podcast on Ravelry. And that is where we post our show notes. I post my show notes every week.
I'm going to be better, I promise.
Yeah. So if Amy or on other episodes, if you're new and you're looking at other episodes, and somebody had said something that wasn't in a show note, please just ask, and we're more than happy to answer. But my show notes are always there, and that's where the episode thread will be, and where all of our giveaways are. I'm on Ravelry as Reluctant Knitter with no E in the knitter, and on Instagram and Periscope as The Reluctant Knitter.
And I am on Ravelry and Instagram and Periscope as Flower Babies 3.
Cool. We really want the Periscope thing to work. So
we need to do it again.
Yeah, we need to do it again. The first time we did it, there was like 3 people on. This feels so weird, like deja vu. It's like so weird because I legit, like, it's like I have a script.
Say it again. It's funny when you say it.
It's funny. So the first time we ever did it, we only did it once. We had 3 people on. One of them asked us where the weed was at. And then the other person, one of the other people didn't say anything, which is cool. And then one person was like asking a ton of questions, which was nice. I think it was a guy, and he seemed to be like pretty interested in like what we were doing.
Yeah,
but
that was fun.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. So we talked to him a little bit. But
as long as you're not a creep, I'll tell you
about
it.
Yeah. So it was cool. So we really want to try to get it going. And I don't know. I want to do it. Because I love Periscopes. I watch Sue from Legacy Knits all the time. And I actually just watched Shannon from Socksetera this morning. She was Periscoping, which was really awesome. Because I haven't seen her in a long time.
Maybe we post it up on Instagram. And
I know.
We get enough people understanding like when we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And make it a regular thing. Maybe it'll happen.
Maybe it will happen. I don't know. I'd like for it to happen. Okay, so, if you're new, thank you so much for checking us out, and we hope that you like us. And if you're returning, thank you so much for returning. We really appreciate all of our regular
we've gotten
viewers.
Some new subscriptions.
Yeah. So we have a pretty good group. Over 300 in our YouTube subscribers, which is awesome. 100 something Ravelry members, which is awesome. And then I was just telling Amy that somebody messaged me on Instagram last night or the night before or whatever, and was like, where have you guys been? So it's nice. It's a good community to be a part of. So we're happy that you want to share your time with us, and you
think we have something to say.
Like us enough to listen to us gab about stuff. So in our Ravelry group, you'll find a couple of cals. The first cal we have is an ongoing cal. It's called the Reluctant Cal. It's ongoing, so this installment is May and June. It is basically anything, we call it a cal, but it's anything you're reluctant to do at all, ever. So there's no parameters. It doesn't have to be knitting or crocheting, whatever. As long as you're reluctant in some way to be doing it, just post your finished object and post why you were like say why you were reluctant to do it, and you're good to go. Whips are included. It doesn't matter how long, how old they are.
The older, the better.
It's super fun for us. It's super fun for us to see, like, I started this 10 years ago. It's, like, really cool. And then we have a theme going on for May and June, anything baby related. So you don't have to be reluctant to do the baby item. But if you do a baby item, you can enter it into the Reluctant Cal, and you can post the finished object twice. Post the picture twice, and you'll be entered twice to win the prize. So the prize for May and June, there's 2 of them. The first one is a skein of Wonderland yarns by Fabdress Fibers, and the Queen of Hearts, which is a fingering weight base, which was so generously donated by my local yarn shop, Madison Wool in Madison, Connecticut. We're coming to you from Connecticut. I always forget that. Coming to you from Connecticut.
Nobody cares.
So Madison Wool in Madison, Connecticut. It's a colorway. I can't remember the name of the colorway, but anyway,
we've done this
already.
I know
we did this already, and I forgot. It doesn't matter. The point is that it's dyed specifically for Madison Wool, so it's a not one of a kind, but you can only get it at that yarn shop, which is pretty cool. So we're so grateful that she donated that, and there's a picture of it in the FO thread if you want to go take a look at the color. And I also knit a pair of socks out of it, so if you want to head over to my projects page, you'll see what it looks like knit up as socks. The second prize was also generously donated by our friend Mina from the Knitting Expat podcast. She just released a collection of sock patterns. It's Beyond Vanilla part 1. So it's 4 sock patterns, and she gave us a copy to give away. So we're so excited to do that too.
Thank you, Mina.
And that ends June 30th. I think there's 30 days in June.
Yeah.
Whatever. The next, whatever the last day of June is.
Look on your calendar.
Yeah.
Last day of June.
The next cal that we're doing is the Rhinebeck cal, and it's a sweater cal. We are going to Rhinebeck, so we're knitting sweaters. We'd like you guys all to knit sweaters with us. You don't have to be going to Rhinebeck to enter your sweater, and there is a limit of 2 sweaters. A limit of 2 sweaters per person, I guess. And it's an adult sweater, please. And that is going.
If you're taking your baby. Although if you're taking your baby to Rhinebeck, I think you should be able to enter your Rhinebeck sweater for your baby.
We'll think about that. And that's going from now until October 31st. We don't have prizes yet for that. If you'd like to donate a prize, we'd be happy to have it. And we're also going to get a prize at Rhinebeck. We're going to buy something there to give away.
And I'm sure we'll make a bag and some stitch.
Yeah. So
getting all groovy with that.
Yeah. So we'll have prizes. We just don't have any yet.
We want to make them good.
Yeah. And then as for all of our make-alongs or knit-alongs, you can double dip or triple dip or whatever. Dip as many times as you want into other people's cals. The more the merrier, and we hope you win. We had a giveaway. I just want to address, we had a giveaway on the last episode. I said that I hadn't received any messages from the 2 winners. It was our 300 subscriber / 100 Ravelry group member giveaway. I said that I would pick 2 new people. It's just been so long since anybody entered. I think that we're just going to hold off and save them, and we'll give them away at a later date.
We'll do a cool thread or something like that. One of those
we'll
random
figure something
question
out.
Threads.
We'll figure something out. So that was what we decided to do with that one.
Take a beat.
Okay. So
I need to address my dog.
We have a dog here.
I need to address her because she's eating her bed now.
Oh, you're gonna go
nervously eat? No, I'm gonna put her bone in there because she's nervously eating her bed. And if she chews that one up, Tony will be mad. So we're gonna cut my big butt standing up out.
Yeah, we'll cut it out. So this is a pretty standard podcast with pretty standard sections, finished objects, whips, procurements, and the like. So we're gonna move on to finished objects. Amy, why don't you go? Because I'm always like the big talker in the beginning.
I apologize for the under part of this.
Yeah, she's low cut. We're kind of low cut today.
It's hot.
It is hot.
It's hot, and I'm wearing my finished object.
Yeah.
But this is my raindrops shawl. Ooh. The last podcast we did
came out so good.
Blowing up.
No, it looks pretty good. I mean, the color is blowing out a little bit, but the detailing looks really good on it.
To get a little innovative with our lighting from my house.
Yeah.
But, this, I was doing it when our last podcast. It was a whip. But it's the, Raindrops by Christina Wall. I did it out of Shibui. This is Suit. This is Fjord. And the white is Ivory. Don't ask me exactly what. It is silk.
I think it does have silk in it.
It's merino and silk, superwash merino and silk. And it's fingering weight. I did extra sections of it's paid for, so I'm not going to give too much away. But it starts with pearl bumps, and then there's yarn overs, and they get bigger and bigger. I didn't really like how big they got, so I just did extra sections.
Repeats?
Extra repeats in the sections. It's not a 3-color, it's all 1 color, but I just kind of mapped it out on how it looked.
So it's like, so like she said, pearls and yarn overs, then the yarn overs get bigger and bigger. So she just, for each section, she just made,
I had 3 colors. I thought, I'll figure it out.
I love the way the colors go together. They look really nice.
This is a Teach Yourself, #Teach Yourself from Love My Notorious podcast.
Oh, Notorious.
But, so that's not mine. That's Notorious. I didn't think I was gonna do it, the 3 colors, but I figured it out myself.
It came out really nice. You're like a girl after Mina's own heart, because Mina's always like changing stuff up on the pattern. She's like, I like stripes, so I do everything stripes.
I'm gonna put some stripes in.
Yeah.
So it just
came out really pretty.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed the knit. Like I said, I did it on ChiaoGoo 3.5 millimeter, which is size 4 needles, and it came out awesome. And it's nice. It's not so heavy.
No,
it's not heavy. So
it's merino though, so it's got some warmth to it.
It's not terrible to wear right now. Even I think I wore it the other day in the morning because it wasn't very hot out. So
yeah,
it's not bad. Anyway, so that's my
FO.
Oh well, because I did the other FO, but since you lost the other podcast, I can't show the bag I made.
Are we gonna continue to like talk about this? She made a bag. I made a bag for a swap.
To a lovely lady in Alberta, Canada. I also made some.
When did you mail it?
Today's Sunday, so yesterday.
Because there's supposed to be a mail strike starting tomorrow.
Well, they can buy
postal strike.
Well, she sent mine on Thursday, so if there's a strike, I'm not getting mine either. So.
No, you'll get yours, but I don't know. I don't know how the postal strike is going to work.
They told her 10 business days for it to get to me.
Yeah, but I think that if you mailed it out before something.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. We don't live in Canada.
Anyway.
The Fawn Knits. I saw it from the Fawn Knits.
It takes forever for stuff to get to Canada.
Canada. We're drinking.
You know.
We're drinking. I'm sorry. Late. It's only 7:20. I feel like it's like wicked late.
Anyway, I made stitch markers and I made. I'll show those after. But
what?
I could have shown one of my progress keepers, but anyway, I'll show that after when I show my whips. But I sent her some lovely things. I can't wait to get her a goodie bag.
Excuse me.
And I'm hoping that she likes her stuff. That's sorry. I made a bag, but I can't show it.
I lost it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cry now. I'm just choking. I'm crying.
This is fun. This is more fun than ever.
You should drink all the time.
Can't drink at 7 in the morning. Well, we can.
Your dog.
She's mad because she's in her cage.
Do you want to let her out?
No, because then she's going to be in our business and drinking your beer. Yes.
I think she'll be okay.
Okay, well then let her out.
All right, we just cut for a second because the dog was freaking out and was chewing up her bed, so we just had to let her out. So she might make an appearance. Sorry, we might have to cut again to her back. I don't know.
I probably won't have to cut her out, but
yeah,
she might make an appearance.
So on to my FOs.
Yes,
I have 2. My first my first FO is the Opal Sock Yarn Bunny.
Go lay down.
Go lay down.
Here you go.
The Opal Sock Yarn Bunny by Susan B. Anderson.
So cute.
So this is it. I made it for a little girl named Ava. This is out of the Lemonade Shop. It is blue fluff. It's like, it is kind of getting blown out. I'm sorry. Blue fluffy unicorn in the sparkle sock base. Yeah. No, I'm talking. I'm like, no, it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is the second time we're doing this, so we're just figuring it out.
Oh, well, it looks better from back here. Yeah. You can see the color.
So that's that, and I did this on size 0. The pattern calls for size 1. I did it on size 0 Addie Sock Rockets. She's still doing it.
No, she's eating the fluff now.
Okay. There it is.
Yuki.
The end of that. The next one. Warm Waffles Baby Blanket.
Oh, I love this
I say this every time. I don't know who did it, whose pattern it is. I keep forgetting. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. My boss's wife is pregnant, so I made a baby blanket. They're having a boy. Let's just hold it back a little bit too so you can kind of see the whole thing. So it's just a rectangular waffle pattern. The pattern is written for one color. I just did some stripes. So I did like 6 repeats of the waffle for the beige. I did 3 repeats each of the blue and the green. This is Knit Picks. I can't remember. It's the worsted weight, but I can't remember which one it is. But it's 20% wool and 80% acrylic, or 10% wool and 90% acrylic. So it's good for a baby blanket. It's washable and everything. And this is in the oyster color. This is navy, and this is alfalfa. So I'm pretty excited.
Wishy.
So the nice thing is about the blanket is it's really just like, this is how much you do for your garter border, and then do as many repeats as you want. Just make it as big as you want until you're 2 inches away from how big you want it, and then you do border on the top. So it's a really, really easy, fast knit if you're looking for something quick, gift or something. And you could probably make it even bigger if you wanted to make it bigger for yourself, adult size, if you have enough yarn for it.
I like the stripes in it.
Yeah, it's really easy. I like the stripes too. I tried to do something like a little bit different so it wasn't like the same size stripes, and I'm really happy with how it came out.
It's almost boutique-y.
Cool. I'm glad.
Like it did. Like it looks like something you would buy at a store. The color.
Yeah, and I really kind of just experimented. What I did, this, you might want to know this. I didn't say this on the last one, so you might want to know this. I just Googled stripes for boys. Google imaged stripes for boys. And then I said blue and green stripe for boy. And I looked at some stripy shirts, and I looked at some stripy wallpaper, and I looked at some stripy
like. It
stuff.
looks like one of those polo shirts.
Yeah,
with
that's
those
what I did.
stripes at the top.
That's what I did. And I kind of just wung it. I'm not super great. I am a fairly new knitter. I've only been seriously knitting for about a year. And so I kind of just wung it as far as how much I would need. I overdid it on the beige. So I got a skein each of the blue and green, and I got 3 skeins of the beige. So I have a skein and a half left of the beige, and then half a skein each of the blue and green. So, but that's okay. But that's really what I did for the pattern on it. For the striping, I just wanted something a little bit different, a little bit unique. I tried a bunch of different things out too. I actually opened paint, and I saw what it would look like with the oyster in between the blue and the green, what it would look like with the blue and the green together, what it would look like if they were all the same size. So I kind of just experimented on that before I really started with the blanket, and I'm happy with how it came out.
You can make them a matching
I know.
A small, what are they called? Car seat blanket.
I know, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about I could probably do a hat, or I could probably do a sweater out of it, but we'll just stick with this for now, and then maybe later on I'll do something, I don't know. So this is for baby Jackson.
Yay, Jackson.
Yay, Jackson. And that's all my FOs. Yay. So now we're going to move on to whips.
Go. Always go. Oh.
Go, girl.
Go me. Go me.
Go.
Okay.
Shannon from Socksetter said that. Bossy.
So, in my Wonder Woman bag that I made myself.
You say it like that every time. Every time you say Wonder Woman bag, my Wonder Woman bag.
That's how you have to say it, because it's amazing.
I like it. I think it's funny.
So, I started these socks, and when I showed them on our last podcast that she lost.
I lost it! That's going to be the name of the thing. I lost it!
By the end, that's what you're going to do. And I was doing these socks. I'll show the back first. So I was doing these socks, and it was about here. And what I was doing was purling the color parts. Didn't like it. I was very upset. I'd had it for like a week and a half, and that's all that I'd done was about that much.
Yeah.
And I
We're
just
loving it.
And
the
I'm
idea
kind of the
was
person.
good, but...
I'm the kind of the person that's like starts doing it, and it's like, oh, I don't like this, but it's like, no, because you just haven't worked it enough. You're gonna love it. And I loved the yarn, so
I said, if you love the yarn, you better freaking love the pattern.
So I ticked it back.
And I said, why don't you try one of Mina's new patterns from the Beyond Vanilla pattern collection?
She was doing a driftwood sock,
which I'll show in a second.
I decided to do driftwood pattern.
Let's see how that'll look.
And in 2 days, that's how much I did.
I love it. It's really, really coming out good.
It looks like...
the camera's over here, though.
Oh.
Yeah, that way.
It looks like a unicorn horn. I've decided. It's stripy and kind of diagonally, and
you can kind of see it like on this too, because it's like in the shadow.
Oh.
You know, like
It just looks so neat.
Yeah, it's coming
Mina
out
Phillip,
really, really good.
Knitting
I
expat.
know. She is like...
I'm
I love
excited
her.
to try her other ones.
Yeah.
Can you see the sparkle on it, or is it too light? Too bright? Oh, there we go.
A little bit of sparkle there.
In the
so
colors.
it's also a sparkle sock on the...
So yes,
Lemonade
it is.
Shop.
It's Lemonade Shop Sparkle Sock. 75, 20, and 5 superwash merino, nylon, and stellina, and it's in rainbows and clouds. And I'm in love. I'm in love with the yarn. I'm in love with the pattern, and her patterns are truly beyond vanilla. It's so vanilla that you don't have to look at it until you're on like a row and you're just like, oh, there I am. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. You don't even think about it. I wasn't even looking yesterday when I was knitting this, and it was just like it kept going and going and going, and she's amazing.
Oh, show your stitch
Oh,
marker.
so this is my stitch marker that I made myself.
It's a little anchor.
It's my anchor. Oh, it's not. You're in the way. It's not gonna focus.
It's not gonna focus,
So,
but
anyway, so I'm so excited how fast these are going, and
that's so cute.
it's a first time knitting with stellina, and I'm enjoying it. I didn't want to do stellina because I was afraid like it was too rough or it'd get caught on the needle or whatever, but I'm actually very surprised, and I can see why everybody knits with stellina because
Yeah.
it's so easy. It doesn't even feel like there's anything in it. So I was thinking it was like tinsel,
Oh,
You know
no,
what I mean?
yeah,
Like
like
that.
not thick like that.
Pokey, but it's so amazing. So I'm so happy that I decided to rip it back and
Yeah, me
redo
too.
it. So if you haven't gotten
To Beyond Vanilla.
Mina's part 1 Beyond Vanilla, so you know there's a part 2, and I'm so excited. Just get it and it comes with the. Did she do a different German short row?
Yes,
heel in the
there's a
pattern.
German short row heel in the pattern.
Because I did Fish Lips Kiss Heel. She says in the pattern that she normally does that, but she revised German short row herself, and it's apparently amazing. I think Eric from Sticks Plus Twine did one, and he said it's like the fastest.
Sarah, our sister who
Short row.
normally podcasts with us, test knit the short row heel
Yeah.
for her. So
He
I'm
said-
sure we would have heard about it if there was anything strange.
He
about
said it was the fastest short row heel he's ever done. So I was pretty excited about that. I am doing these on. Oh, let me grab the thing because I always say this wrong. Addy Turbo Sock Rockets on the size
Sit.
0. I usually do a 2.25, but these were on sale for $5. So I got it's 2.0 US 0. You can't go wrong with $5 needles.
Yeah,
And they're usually, gosh, how much are Addies normally?
they're not super expensive, I don't think.
They're
Well,
more
I
expensive
don't
than
know.
Chavro.
Yeah.
But anyway,
What was the other thing I was going to say about
I love-
the socks? Oh, also the Beyond Vanilla socks are written top
yes.
down, but they're obviously very easy to just
going
reverse
toe
it,
up
yeah.
is not
Not
it's
anything different.
not hard.
So if you
Oh.
typically do toe up.
I'm doing. I'll mention it since yours is different. She has them in 4, 6, 8, and 10 row repeats. I'm doing the 4, and on size 0, that's what it looks like. I'm just saying that because
I'm doing mine on the 6, so when you see mine, they'll look a little bit different.
Okay, so that's mine. Did you want to do your socks next? Since
Yeah, I'll just do my socks now so you can see the difference.
You want me to hold mine?
Yeah, in a
Maybe.
sec. So I'm doing
Actually,
mine on Knit Picks Stroll Fingering. It's the Koi Pond hand painted. It is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon. And this is what it looks like. I haven't done very much on it because I've been gift knitting, so I haven't really been doing very much on these. So I wish I was further along. I'm going to knit a little bit later. We're going to hang out, so I'll knit some later. So this is a 6-row repeat. So sometimes it might be a little bit hard to see on the...
But you're also doing it a little bigger needles too, right?
I am. I'm doing these on 2.25 carbons. And I do these, we're doing 2 at a time toe up. And then this is what the color looks like without a pattern on it, which I'm really digging. I really like the color of this.
But she also writes it in. I don't mean to talk over you.
No,
But she also writes it in that you can mismatch the repeats throughout the sock, so it's much more
so she has
geometric-y.
so she has 2 samples shown in her pattern, and she in her pattern says what repeat. I guess what repeat pattern she uses. So for example, I don't remember off the top of my head what it was, but for example, she did like how many repeats of the 4 row, then she moved on to the 10 row, then she did an 8 row, and she did all kinds of other stuff. So you could knit these 100 times and never get the same looking socks if you want to change up the repeat. I tend to like things that are very like orderly. So I'm doing, and this is my first time knitting them. So I'm doing just 6 row repeat throughout. I'm not changing anything up throughout the sock.
But you know what would be cool? If you had something that was very self-striping,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you could do
Like a
different patterns within each row.
The other thing I was thinking I might do is my next pair of, because I'm going to knit these again. This is the driftwood.
Definitely.
Did we say that? This is
Yes.
the driftwood.
I said
I didn't say it, so I have to say it too.
it a couple times.
Driftwood.
It's driftwood.
I think next time I do it, it's driftwood. Next time I do it, I'm gonna try to do
the
like
driftwood.
the driftwood. Next time I do the driftwood, that'll be the title.
Being cheeky.
I know. I think I'm gonna do like for the 4 row repeat, 6 row, 8 row, 10 row, 10 row, 8 row, 6 row, 4 row. So it like gets bigger then gets smaller again. I'm gonna see how that looks. I don't know, but I think it's fun that you can knit this a bunch of times and it's different every time if you want it to be.
I think these are actually socks that I might just knit and knit and knit until I'm almost out of yarn before I do the cuff.
Well,
because
yeah,
I just
a
want to
nice
use as
long
much
leg.
of the yarn as I possibly can.
I love
Although
that
I
yarn.
have big calves, so I don't know how much it's going to stretch, but we'll see. I don't care. I'm going to have slouchy socks.
Your next whip?
My next whip is in a big bag. Made this bag, and I thought to myself, good Lord, what am I going to put in this bag?
That's a bag.
I made it huge because I wasn't paying attention. And I had a long zipper, and I just made it to fit the zipper. So, but I found a project that just fits in here.
Oh, I love it. I loved it 2 days ago, and I love it still.
It's my campsite shawl.
I love the way it smells. It smells very woolly.
It's a woolly. Oh, you know what Carrie said? So this is sheep hair?
Sheep hair.
Sheep hair.
I don't watch them enough.
It was
I don't watch anything. I'm like
It's
so
their
bad.
latest podcast. They hadn't podcasted in a while, and I'm telling you what, because Kelly is spinning very well. Amazing. She's like a ridiculous spinner. So she was showing her fur,
Her wool.
her fur, and in its infant form, and it was so funny because Carrie's like, so this is sheep hair, and she's like, it's called wool.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
I've been binge watching. I have to say, I've been binge watching The West Wing. I was too young when it came out, but I remember my mother like loved The West Wing. So it's on Netflix, and I've been binge watching. It is the most hysterical thing I think I've ever seen in my whole life. I'm obsessed.
I'll have to watch
But
it now.
I had to justify why I'm not watching podcasts.
Oh,
I'm like a bad community member. I'm sorry.
so
Martin Sheen wins out.
as one of top 5
Yeah.
favorite TV
Favorite presidents,
Actor-
fictional presidents.
fictional president. There we go. So this is my campsite shawl. I made one before.
I am so excited
They
for this
recently,
to be finished.
April 2016, they redid the pattern. So I'd never knit charted patterns before. So I picked one. It was full of errata. And I didn't
What does
know.
that mean?
It's just an error. They
Oh.
redo the error. And so if you see errata, it means you have to read it because in row whatever, they changed whatever. Well, it was full of them.
Mm.
And I didn't read that part. So Sarah helped me go through all of the
Sarah,
project
she's so
pages
good.
and tried to help me get through project pages. While I insisted on doing it, I made it extremely smaller than the pattern because it was frustrating the crap out of me. But I saw that Kelly did one from Tori's, if I didn't already say that.
I know.
And I just want to meet up with them so bad. They're so
Where are
fun.
they from?
They're in Pennsylvania. They're right
Are they
near
going to
Hershey.
Rhinebeck?
Probably, but they're right near Hershey, so like I could go there.
We can go to Hershey. I've never
So she redid one and said they had redone it. Well, I looked. They not only redid the charts, they completely wrote it out. It's so much easier. And I'm doing this in hand spun that our sister Sarah did for me. It's Shetland. I can't remember the colorway, but she spun up. She took out. It had very bright yellow and very dark green in it. and she took those out and just spun the lighter colors for me
And chain plied it.
and chain plied it. And so
she's a really, really good at spinning. Like,
she's pretty amazing.
like this is like, look how beautifully, like, ugh, so good. So good.
One skein. It's one skein. I'm gonna think of the right word. One skein came out a light DK or sport weight, and one came out a DK weight. So I'm just alternating the skeins so that they don't come out
I'm
too
like
wonky.
like obsessed with like this striping. I'm
It's-
like loving it.
It's amazing. I'm doing it. I might do smaller sections
Go lay
because
down.
it's a free pattern. It's by Alicia Plummer. If you look it up, and what was I gonna say? Oh, the sections of the eyelets get closer and closer together, and so I might the last section is 4 repeats of that section, so I might do like 3 and then start on the rib border just to make sure I have enough. But it's big enough already. It's massive. I had to change my needles. I'm doing them on Addy.
Oh, it's right here.
Addy 7s, US 7, 4.5 millimeter, and it's a 40-inch needle. I had it on my Chow Goose. Cable, sorry. 40-inch cable.
That would suck if you
I had it on my Chow Goose, and I want to
32?
say it was 32. Did I say centimeter? I meant inch. We're drinking. Didn't mean to say that. I always say centimeter because I think everything's in metric, because this is millimeter, but then they put the length in inches. Hello.
They
We're
put
American.
the length in centimeter too. It's 100 centimeter.
Oh, I don't read that part. I read the big numbers.
Read it for yourself.
Shut up. Who lost the podcast?
Shut up. I lost it!
So anyway, it was on my 32 inches, and it was like, and I got really frustrated because I just wanted to look at it.
I love it. It's really cool, Amy.
So
It's really cool.
So excited.
I can't wait till it's finished.
I can't wait until it's finished, and I can't wait till it's cool enough to
Cold,
wear
yeah.
it. Which I don't think it's got to be extremely cold to wear it.
This is Yuki, by the way. You've seen her
Yuki.
head a little bit.
Good girl. Okay, go lay down. Go to bed.
She's a Australian cattle dog Dalmatian mix, if you were wondering, and she's
if
extremely high energy.
She's a good girl, though.
She's very good, but she's way high energy.
But if I lock her in her
pretty
kennel,
girl.
she tears apart her bed because she's anxious.
Maybe at the end we'll have her come up and say hi.
Okay. Go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to bed. Good girl. Good girl. So, anyway, I just want to keep looking at it.
Well, you can't because it's going to be too long of a podcast if you keep looking at it.
So-
Oh my god, I did.
Look at my thing. Isn't my thing beautiful?
You should just podcast with it. I bet it wouldn't lose the podcast.
It's just going to be me for about 30 minutes going like this. It's okay. Sue does it. You should have seen Sue with her cardigan.
Legacy knits.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if that was my cardigan.
She goes, every time I do it, I just hold it like this.
Go lay down.
So, those are my whips.
Oh, 2 whips. I have...
There would have been a third one, but I had to wait.
2 more whips. So my next whip is another pair of socks. I'm knitting this out of Zabra in Cafe Flare colorway. And this is a single ply. It's 75% superwash, 25% nylon. Polyamide.
Polyamide.
That's it.
It's not
And
polyamide.
I say polyamide, but in England they say polyamide, and I like the way it sounds. I like almost everything they say better than the way Americans say it. But okay, so these are just vanilla socks. They're from my husband.
I finally
So-
wanted some.
So I kept asking, do you want me to knit you socks? Do you want me to knit you socks? And he was like, no, I don't care, I don't care. So for our anniversary, we went to Boston, and he took me to a yarn shop because he's amazing. And he saw the skein, or it was Zabra balls balled up, and he was like, I really like this. And I was like, well, I can make you a pair of socks out of it. And he's like, okay.
That's where
So they're just plain vanilla. I was trying to show him some patterns. I'm like, what about this? Do you like this? And he's like, I don't care. So
And
this
then
is what
he's going to
saying.
learn how to knit.
That would be really awesome.
Hilarious.
So this is what it looks like. It's not really like striping, but it does have a stripy effect on
There's
it.
long sections of color.
Yeah.
That's what
So I'm knitting these on 9-inch. So, this is my first time knitting these on 9-inch 2.25. I think they're Hayahayas. Yes, Hayahayas. I like to show this one because it has a little panda on it. The other baggie looks a little bit different, but same thing. So it's my first time. I cast on 72 stitches, but it's my first time knitting on 9-inch circulars. And I knit my socks 2 at a time because I'd have really bad second sock syndrome. So I'm knitting them tandem. So I do 20 rows on one, 20 rows on the other, 20 rows, 20 rows. So I just finished, I think, so I don't know how long this is. I think this cuff is 2 inches maybe. I don't remember how many repeats I've done. I'm just going to knit them until I'm like, hey, do you like the length of this leg? And then put the heel in. So I think I'm going to ask him now, but he might want it a little bit longer because I think he'll probably wear these as dress socks with suits and stuff. So what's that banging? She's got children.
It's probably the toilet seat.
So that's what it looks like. That's one of them, and this is the other one. So they're not going to be matching, which he said he's fine with. No one will really see him anyway. You probably can't hear the banging, but there's banging upstairs. I think that's all. I think that's all I've got to say about that. Oh, so I put a stitch marker at the beginning of the round, and then I actually put another stitch marker halfway through so that I know where to do my heel. And I think I'm going to attempt to leave them on the 9-inch and do a fish lips kiss heel. So I guess we'll see how that works. Because I hate, well, then I'm going to have to put them on long cables because I really hate double points like bad.
Can't you just get to it? Oh, yeah.
You really don't think it will work? Because all you need is knitting and, well, I guess you need twin stitches. I don't know.
Well, no, I guess you're knitting, if your hands aren't hurting, because Sue from Legacy Knits had said that she was doing hers on 9 inches and that her hands were already hurting. So when she switched to long cable to do her magic loop for the heel, she just didn't want to do.
I'm kind of muscling through it. So
I mean, I guess it wouldn't really matter.
I hold like death grip because I am still fairly new. So I hold my needles tight anyway. So you can't hold 9-inch circulars the same way as you hold other needles. So I'm experimenting with how I'm holding them, and your hands just cramp in a different way. Like my hand cramps one way when I'm using regular needles, and they're cramping a different way when I use 9-inch. So typically this, like my thumb will cramp because like the way I'm holding it, and I'm like holding it very delicately, and the thumb will cramp because I'm trying to keep my gauge as not as tight as I can, but the same tension as I normally do. So I'm just trying to muscle through it because I don't think that I've knit long enough on it to make a real decision onto whether or not I don't like them. Whereas when I started with double points, I hated every single second of it. I hated it. I don't hate these, so we'll see. And then my last whip is sock yarn bunnies again, Opal sock yarn bunny. But I'm counting them as one, but they're two because I have a friend who's having twin girls. So I'm really excited. This is the first one.
Oh, you did the leg.
Yeah, I did both arms and a leg. So she's a little silly looking right now. And then this is the other one with no appendages right now. So I'm knitting this on Knit Picks again. This is also Stroll Fingering, and it's Big Top, the Big Top colorway. 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. I didn't love it when it started to knit up. This is what it looks like caked. It's a very crazy cake. I don't know what was happening with my Bollwinder and my Swift, but it's crazy cake. So that's what it looks like. With the light shining right on it, the phone is making it look a little bit, the camera's making it look a little bit more vibrant than it is in real life. I kind of wanted something like very like bright and fun and yeah, like fun, but it's a little muddled. But you know what? They're not for me, and I think that she'll love them anyway.
I think they're really pretty colors.
And I like the way this is doing it. Like when I got down here, I like the way like the stripes are nice and big. Yeah. I like that look.
Look at that. They're so short, and then they get longer, and then these are all short.
Yeah.
So I think that's cool.
It's cool. The arms are coming out cute because it's almost like one color per row. But it's all right. So I can't wait to be done. It takes me about an hour to do a limb. So I'm almost done. So I'm pretty excited about that. She's due beginning of August. So she's looking very large and in charge, enjoying the hot weather, She doesn't have air conditioning in her house either. So I said, you can come over to my house anytime. We just put central air in. So, so anyway, so that's for that. So I can't wait to be done with that. That's all my whips.
Okay.
Moving on to procurements. Don't judge us.
You know,
Don't judge. It's not.
It's going to sound like I'm talking about them a million times, but it's probably just because I just watched their podcast. But Notorious has, theirs is called Oops, I Did It Again. And when I think of what I've done, it's kind of like that Fiona Apple song. I've been
a bad girl.
Because you'll buy it and you're like all in, like, I need this and I'm going to wear it all the time. And it's just like.
And I have to have it and I've never knit with it before and it's a color I don't have.
And then you get it and you're like, what did I do? But,
we need like yarn buying anonymous.
No, we do not. It's
so I lost the podcast that I lost. We each have one more procurement since I lost it, and that was only 2 days ago. Whoops.
I thought I was going to talk about it on the next podcast. Anyway, well, you saw my needles and the Lemonade Shop yarn already. But I needed a Rhinebeck sweater.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to Rhinebeck, you have to have a Rhinebeck sweater. So it doesn't even count as a procurement.
And just because I was already making one.
Especially since I already booked the hotel, it's still all in the same procurement as the hotel.
So I got this.
Oh my god, I love the color. Still love the color.
And I got that.
Ooh.
And then I got that.
Well, you're making a sweater, so you have to.
And no, you know what? Looking at the sweater amount, I probably don't need all of this.
Or you can make a matching
I'll make
hat.
a hat. And then I got that. And this is all Sweet Georgia.
So there's a new yarn shop in Old Sabre, Connecticut. It is called The Knit. And Betty is the owner.
I never picked that up.
And move over just a minute, like a minute. Move over here, because I
dropped my stuff.
It's okay. Sorry.
Excuse me.
Betty is so nice, and she carries Sweet Georgia, which I don't think in our immediate area, there's no Sweet Georgia. We also drive, we're Canadian. About 30 minutes from Knit New Haven, in New Haven, Connecticut, and I don't think they have Sweet Georgia either. So this was very exciting for us. It was very exciting for Betty. She also, I should have brought the card out, but that's okay. I'll put a picture of the card up or something. She also carries Spud and Chloe, which is new. I don't know if it's like new thing or if it's new for her.
I almost bought that too.
I've actually never heard of Spud and Chloe, but I was Instagram messaging the lady who lives in my area who asked us where our podcast was. And I told her the tragic story of losing the podcast and how we're going to film again. And she said, "Did you know there's a new yarn shop?" And I said, "Yeah,
My sister just spent a bunch of money
just
there."
went there." And she said they have Sweet Georgia. I said, "Yes, I know." And they have another one, something in Spud or Spud and something. I've never heard of it before. And she goes, "Spud and Chloe." Now I'm super excited to go. So I must be out of the loop and haven't heard of them. But she's very excited.
She's
about
very
it.
knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable. And there's she has knit nights and she has.
You go in there and you talk to her about something. Good. She instantly whips out her iPad
to show Ravelry
and
she was really helpful when Amy was trying to figure out what
I wanted to do. And she'll show you a bunch of different things, and she was even printing. She's like, I thought I had this one, so she printed out for herself and was just like,
yeah,
you could do this. And she said it to me. She doesn't want you to buy anything not for what you want. Mm. So she'd rather make the sale or not make the sale and have you come back and actually know what you want to buy. I deeply fell in love with this yarn, so I'm buying it.
So this is Sweet Georgia.
Sweet Georgia. And is in the Tough Love sock.
And our first foray into Sweet Georgia as well.
Yes. It's Canadian yarn.
Yes.
Which is why Grocery Girls.
Grocery Girls talks about Sweet Georgia.
Fangirl moment. Because I am in love with them.
I know, they're so cute. And they're sisters, so it's kind of fun to watch.
It's very connecting. Yeah. They're very nice. And they're just...
And they're sweet to each other, which I like.
They're very sweet to each other and sweet to everybody. Like, they just want to love people.
Well, they're Canadian, so... That's just their MO is nice.
Everyone nice is from Canada. So it's 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It's 425 yards for
4 ounces.
you get 115 grams. So it's a
Pretty good.
nice love.
Is this the colorway?
This is Deep Cove. This is the 3 skeins that I got, and that's showing up pretty good.
It is showing up pretty good. It has like some
Very
it's got some
But
greens
it's got
in here.
green. I was looking at the Shoreline. I want to say it was Shoreline, but she only had 2 skeins of that, and I was afraid I wasn't gonna have enough because
I get afraid.
I have a large back, I have wide shoulders, and so I like to make the bigger size. I'm gonna make the mama vertebrae pattern.
Ooh, are you gonna do this gradient on the front?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, girlfriend!
Because it doesn't cover here, and
Yeah.
I'm making such a big shawl that I thought it could go with it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's just I'm in love, and it's shocking that this wasn't in my whips already. Even just
I
being
know.
2
Even
days.
just 2 days, she's been like crying about
Because I wanted to cast this on.
Oh, look who's coming to
So
visit!
There is Miss Charlotte.
Charlotte. She loves to be in front of the camera.
This is my
Oh, look, and this is Pup Pup.
Pup. Charlotte is 4, right? How old are you? Nope. 4.
Good girl. And her
she's-
crazy hair. She was laying down watching a
She
movie.
is my youngest. Are you gonna be quiet so I can talk about my yarn? Okay. And I also got with the 3 skeins of Deep Cove. I got a Tough Love sock.
And a
Party.
whole
Yes.
Oh, that was
very
lovely.
good.
Now I sing a song and Rosie meaning.
Very good.
I'm Aunt Rosie. I don't know if you knew that. My middle name is Rose, and Adrian is kind of hard for little kids to say. Yeah, so she was singing
you're
a
4.
song.
Okay.
That's so
So-
funny that you said that.
The mini skein yarn.
We're gonna make you go back and watch a movie.
I talk about my yarn. Okay. Shh. I have a Tough Love sock Party of 5 mini skein yarn set by Sweet Georgia, and I believe this is basil and fern, evergreen, salt air, and sapphire. And I'm gonna put gradient stripes down when I get to where I'm going.
Oh, and the colorway is Sea to Sky.
Sea to Sky
is the collection.
which is super nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
The yardage is that the whole thing? No.
No, 105 yards per skein.
So it's pretty.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I think I'm gonna get, especially if I do most of it in this.
Yeah.
And then do
Ooh,
smaller shapes. I
backwards.
may have enough to do some Franken socks or a hat, like I said, a hat or something. So I'm pretty excited.
You were so
They sell these, and I just think
funny.
I know Grocery Girls have gotten a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the knit sells a variety
Mama's talking.
of the colors in the Party of 5, so it's really exciting. I'm actually really excited.
I'm really excited for it.
I mean, I've gotten excited about yarn before, but this is the first
I know.
time that I'm just
Wanna
like,
go back and watch a movie.
oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna knit with this. And it's all because, it really is because of the love that Grocery Girls
Okay, you have
give.
to be quiet. If you're not gonna go watch your movie, you gotta be quiet, okay?
The shameless promotion
Oh,
that they
shameless
give.
self-promotion.
It's just amazing
Uh-huh.
when you hear of something so good. I mean, because there's a lot of good. Oh, that's
We'll
special.
see how this goes. I need to make a little cut here.
Mommy, look me, watch.
I see that. Is your movie over?
No.
Okay, can you go finish it then?
No.
Go lay down. and watch the
She's like, no, I got a glimpse of myself on screen. I can't go anywhere.
movie. We might have to cut at some point.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
okay. Okay, go watch a movie.
Go watch your movie now.
You can come back later. Thank you.
And...
I think that's it. Is that it?
No, well, I was just trying
Oh.
to say. So do you want me to kind of start? It's neat to hear people talk about yarn, and then to find it, and it's as much because you have your own opinions of things, and you can tell people.
Oh,
this
and
is
it's
really,
as wonderful as they said it would be.
oh, this is really. I personally like this yarn. You find this yarn, and you're like, why doesn't everybody carry and talk about this yarn constantly because it's just so amazing. And it's just really nice that they talked about it and then you find it and you're like, wow, yeah, it's that good. So
Awesome. Awesome possum.
next one, I'll probably have it finished because that's all I'm going to knit on for the next forever. So that's mine.
Was that it?
Yes, because I was using my other ones.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I
Oh,
went to
yeah.
Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
forgot.
She went to Hawaii.
I forgot I already showed that.
Oh, my God. I lost it.
I went to Hawaii and we went to North Shore. We went to Oahu. That's where we lived for
That's where the capital is, Honolulu.
Yeah. We lived there about almost 5 years, and so we went back for a friend's wedding, and we went to the North Shore, one of the many places we visited because we love it, and Matsumoto's Shave Ice is like the famous. They've redone it since we've moved. Is about 4 years, yeah, because I was almost 5 years, because I just found out I was pregnant with Charlotte, and so. They've redone the whole store. It's really, really neat. And I got a bag. A giant tote to put my sweater in.
It's nice. It's heavy duty, too. You
It
can bring
is
this to Rhinebeck and put your
canvas.
stuff in it.
This is canvas.
I
and
like
so I was going to get this on a shirt, but the bag was cheaper than the shirt, and I think I'd use this a lot more than a shirt. So I'm in love with that. So that was the other one. Anyway,
Cool.
sorry.
No, don't be
There you go.
sorry.
Oh, the book. Do you want me to show the book again?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no one's going to see the last podcast.
No, I know, but I don't know if I'm going to talk about it. Anyway,
She got a book.
Mothers of Pearl is going out of business in Basra, Connecticut. And that's my
There's
local...
only a couple more days left,
Yeah.
though.
So by the time you see this, it's probably closed. So when I went, the needles and the books were all $5. So I got this hand knit romance by Jenny Atkinson. So if you see this anywhere else or go to your library, I know they've got a lot of knitting books and crochet books to rent.
This is not Blockbuster.
to check out. It's just a beautiful, beautiful. That's another picture of the front picture. I know Adrian liked that.
I love the
one.
back. I think it's so cute.
There's some 22 things in here. This is amazing. Quick sneak. I don't think I should pattern too much. And it's some beautiful knits. Oh my gosh. They're amazing.
They're just really, old school.
very Downton Abbey-ish.
Yeah.
Ish. Oh,
Where's your ones that you love?
where are these? I don't know though because I got some big thighs. I got bigger thighs than this chick in the picture, and
I have big
I
thighs.
might do knee highs or something. Look at that. I mean, come on.
How cute is that?
I mean, those are so. Or I might just make them for my kids because they like to
that would be
dress
really
up.
Cute.
They'd take a lot less time if I made them for my 10 and 7-year-old. But-
I have a TV.
Okay.
She turned off the TV.
Okay. Well, then go sit down. I'll be with you
I
in a
don't
minute.
like it.
Then go upstairs.
You can't come over here and talk and yak.
Are you gonna sit?
You gonna sit quiet?
Right here. Get her the chair.
She's like, she can't be seen on the chair.
Well, that's too bad.
She wants her face to be on the screen.
Too bad. She can sit right there.
Like a little starlet.
There.
Good job.
I ain't nothing to say them.
So, anyway, A Hand Knit Romance by Jenny Atkinson. I need some hand knit romance.
All right, do you want to sit between us? You will get cut off a little bit, but then you can see Charlotte's beautiful face. 'Cause she can't even stand it. She has to be here.
You need to be quiet, please.
Okay, so I have some procurements.
Yes, I'm sorry. We
Don't
talked too
be.
much.
That's okay. We had her and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so first and foremost,
We're cutting out the dog. We're cutting out her.
yeah, we, I don't know if I'm going to cut her out. It's really cute. Anyway, I ordered from The Fawn and the Fox. On the last podcast, I showed some yarn. I think it was the last podcast I showed some yarn, and that time I got cart jacked for a project bag. I was so sad. So her next update, I just couldn't resist. I had to go in there, see what she had, because I always have to see what she has, and I was like, she has it, and I was like, boom, boom, and bought it. So I hope I didn't cart jack someone else. I would feel bad, but I got cart jacked, so that's life. So this is the mini project bag. and the fabric is called Field Journal.
I love it so much.
I love it. It has a mint green zipper. The inside, I think, chartreuse. I haven't used it yet. Chartreuse. I love it, love it, love it. So I like the mini. The small actually is, I think, the same width, but it's taller, which I don't love. So I'm really glad that they had this.
Myself.
You're gonna have to go if you don't listen. Do you understand?
She likes to see herself. You can't blame a girl for liking to see herself. I'll just block myself. I'll block mommy. There. Do you want to hold my bag?
Yeah.
Oh, be careful.
Be gentle with it.
Okay. My next one is Lemonade Shop. I also ordered Lemonade Shop when we ordered hers. This is also in the sparkle base or sparkle sock base. Okay, let me show it first though, okay?
Okay.
So it's 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, and this is in the truly outrageous color. I love navy. It's one of my favorite colors. So I'm super excited about it. Amy loves this very it's not variegated, but variation in the tonal. You have to be quiet.
Okay.
And then I love this.
What was this?
Look at it. Gray.
Oh, okay. They do several with the rainbow and the color, and so
Love
What's
this.
the
That's beautiful.
rainbow?
So I'm very excited about this.
Oh, I want pink.
So I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
Pink color. Pink color, my pink.
Okay, don't unwrap it. Do you hear me? Okay. Next, I have Junk Yarn. So I did an order with Junk Yarn. Kemper is the dyer behind Junk Yarn.
yes. And she's a genius.
I love her. I love indie dyers. I just really do. You know what? My next wish list is Lolo Did It. I love Lolo Did It.
I follow her
I
on
want
Instagram.
her Steel Magnolias one. I want her Dowager Countess or something. Oh my gosh!
Don't even get me
Come
started on
on!
I
I love indie dyers.
I could
I
knit
love you
everything
girls and guys. I love you.
for the rest of my life in Dowager Countess.
And what I love about you should follow Lolo Did It on Instagram because she puts her stuff up and then she pairs it with other things, which I'm not always super good at.
No, you can't.
So
No.
it's fine. So you just have to sit because then you're blocking me. Okay. So I like that Lolo Did It puts her colors with other colorways, so it's really cool. So Junk Yarn, I did, you're getting a little crazy. Go sit on Mama's lap. So this is Drew. So Kemper names all of her yarns after women. So this is Drew Barrymore. I love this. This is also a sparkle. This is Starlit 2-ply sock base. 75% superwash merino, 28% nylon, 5% stellina. You get 438 yards to 100 grams. So I really just love like how bright these colors are. Like I really love this teal. I love the black speckles. I'm really excited to see how this knits up. I have no idea what I'm gonna knit. Look at that.
It's beautiful.
I have no idea what I'm gonna knit with it, but I really love it. I don't know if I'm gonna do socks. I kind of want to just show this, show it off. So I might find a really nice shawl pattern, then maybe do a border in like the teal or the hot pink if I can find a color to match. So I'm really excited about this. Are you in training? Are you a podcaster in training?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally, this is not finally, I lied. Next, I also bought from Junk Yarn a sock blank. This is my first sock blank, so I'm really excited. And I do think that I will do socks out of this. Okay, so we took a little second break because
I lost the dog.
we lost the dog. We didn't lose her, but she got out, so we were finding her, and then we got Dr.
She was
Neighbor.
eating cat food next door. Sorry.
Was she outside? Cat food's out. The cat
The
food's
cat
outside.
food's outside
Okay.
now that I know that. That's the second time today that she's done it, apparently.
Well,
Did
now
not
we know.
that. So she knows where the cat food is, and now I do too. Naughty dog.
So I was talking about my procurements. I have two more. Was I talking about this? Yes. Yes, okay. So this is from Junk Yarn. Again, I ordered it when I ordered the other colorway. I feel like you guys have been waiting like 15 minutes, but you haven't. This is like
2 seconds.
just like you just heard 2 seconds ago. So this is my first sock blank. It's called Courtney. It is a smooth sock. So it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards to 100 grams. After Courtney Love, who I don't know anything about her. I'm not really a fan or whatever, but I do love the color. So I'm gonna die. So I'm for sure going to knit socks out of this. So I'm really, really excited about this. I just love Kemper. We just said it 2 seconds ago, but I have to say it again because she's just really good. But you have to be on it. It's on like Donkey Kong when it's time to do a shop update with her because she is like very popular.
What did they say today? It's like, because they, Carrie had bought,
Again with Carrie.
sorry, like I said, I
know.
just watched them. She had bought Vine.
Oh.
And she goes, because catching an update with her is like catching a fairy.
That's true though.
So it is when
I've
you
gotten
get it, you're
Vine,
like,
but you have to be like cost doesn't matter. I'm just gonna like grab and go. It's like supermarket sweep,
Like the
really. You
bag.
just like grab it, you know? Yeah, you do.
I want that bag.
But I have gotten Vine. The first time I ever got Vine was at a trunk show, so I was able to like look at some stuff. But the second time I got it, it was like snatch it right up. I had to like set my alarm, and I was like on like right. It's crazy. And then my last one, when we went to the knit on Friday after the podcast that I lost. I also bought some Sweet Georgia. So this is my first Sweet Georgia. This is another Party of 5 mini skein yarn set in the Tough Love sock. This is the Snapdragon scheme, I should say.
Perfect.
I'm like really, really, really excited. So
when
this
you said
is
Snapdragon, I was like, yes, it
it's
is.
perfect, right? So this is Orchid. This is Birch. It's hard to read. Melon, pistachio, lettuce wrap. And then the cool thing is on the back, it tells you all of the colors and everything. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do like a gradient shawl maybe. And maybe get like a main color, a skein of a main color. I was thinking like the Daybreak shawl or something.
That, what was that new one that everybody's doing? I'm on the Spice Market.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
You have a main color, and then you do big sections of these,
Mm-hmm.
and small sections of the main color, and then as it gets bigger, you do smaller stripes of those. You have to look at the yardage,
Yeah.
but I just thought that would be neat.
I really just love it. This on the back it says striped shawl, color block cowl, ombre socks, or Fair Isle hat. The possibilities are endless. So it's 520 yards. That's good. I mean, that's pretty good. It's bigger than a regular skein. So I could get a 1 skein shawl out of it if I didn't want to pick a main color, or I could get a nice big shawl if I wanted to pick a main color skein. So I'm really, really excited about this. Cool. And I believe that that's it for my procurements. So I don't know, because we've cut a couple of times, so I don't know how long this is, but we could do a little bit about living the dream if you want. She went to Hawaii, but do you want to talk about what you did in Hawaii, or not really?
Not particularly.
Okay. If you follow her on Instagram,
yeah, I posted a lot
she
of
posted
pictures.
some pictures and stuff.
and-
I babysat the kids for a week. I have no children. If this is your first time watching, I don't have any kids, so that was really fun to watch the babies for a whole week by myself, because my husband, he works, and but we also have a rabbit at home, a house rabbit. He's free range, so he runs around the house. We didn't want to pay someone to watch our rabbit again, so he came and stayed one night here, and then I took the girls up to my house and we had a sleep over there. So, but I mean, pretty much 98% of the time I was single mother of 3,
Which is fun, isn't
which
it?
is fun, having no kids, being shoved into that. The girls had school. The older girls are 7 and 10. Will be 10 next month. So the older girls had school. So their last day of school was a half day on Monday. And then I had them all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday. And then we went to pick her up Wednesday at like 5.
Yep.
Right? 5? Yeah. So I really only had all 3 of them at the same time for a whole day twice, which isn't bad. That's not true because I had them for the weekend, but it doesn't matter. They were good. They were good girls. So
Were they? Were they really?
they were. They're good girls and they listen. They're normal, regular kids.
They're kids.
So they don't listen the normal level of not listening. The middle one is like really, really energetic. So that was fun. But other than that, I mean, it's normal kid stuff. They're not bad at all. They're really not bad at all. But it was just a lot of work. And it tried my patience, and I already had a lot of respect for parents, for single parents, for parents of more than one child, of parenting in general. I do have a lot of respect for it, but it was a fun perspective for me to do it, and it was a nice fun thing to do because my husband and I we don't have any plans to have any children, so it was cool. And it was nice too because I got to like bond with them and spend a lot of time with them. Charlotte has a boo-boo.
I think you're okay. Go play. After, okay.
We're almost done. Want to come say bye-bye? Okay. So I just did a little mini podcast with Charlotte, so it was fun. So I'm going to put that in at the end, and we will see you guys, I guess, on the flip side. I don't know how long it's going to take us to podcast again.
And
Hopefully.
I is so sunny.
Yeah. What's your name? Who are you?
Fellas.
Charlotte Flores.
Charlotte Flores. And I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Amy.
And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you
My
next time.
mommy.
Bye.
Bye. Yes.
Yes. What else? What else do you say on the podcast? You gonna show your yarn?
Yeah.
Here, talk about your yarn. You say, this is my yarn.
This is my yarn.
And you say, what color is it? Tell them what color it is.
Black.
Look at it. Tell me what color it is.
Purpley.
Purpley. And you say there's some sparkle in it.
It's sparkly in it.
And it's from Junk Yarn.
It's a duckworth.
Yeah. What else? You want to show your bag?
Yeah.
Okay, so then you show the bag.
Yeah.
So here's the bag, and you talk about the bag. What's
It's
on the bag?
flies on it.
There's flies, and you show them the bag. So hold it up. Oh, just like that. Good girl. And you say, this is from Fawn and the Fox.
It's fun in the fox.
Beautiful. Want to show the color inside?
Yeah.
So open it up
Okay. What is these?
with the zipper. You want help?
Yes, I need.
Okay, and then you show what color it is. Show them what color it is. What color is it?
Green.
Green. Good job. What else? Talk about this one.
Yeah.
So that's Lemonade Shop.
Yeah.
So say it's Lemonade Shop.
It's lemonade shop.
Okay, and you tell them what color it is.
Purple.
Yeah, there's purple on it. Check. And what else? That's called Truly Outrageous.
And I saw green.
Yeah. What do you like about this yarn? What's your favorite part?
Pippa.
Yeah. Very good.
Right here.
Yeah, just like your shirt. Good job. What else? Okay, we can show this one. This is Junk Yarn too. So
This
say
is-
Junk Yarn.
Junkyard.
Yeah. And what color is it?
Pink.
Pink, and it's called Courtney.
Courtney.
Yeah. And it's a sock blank.
Sun blank. I love sun blank.
Yeah, I
I
do
know
too.
sleep over your house.
You're gonna sleep over my house? Maybe. Not tonight.
Okay.
Another time. But you can't bounce around because people are gonna watch us. So you make them dizzy.
Make it dizzy.
Yeah. Good job. And then you say, thank you for watching. Have a good day.
Good day.